Sure. Most encouraging thing, it really is beautiful work, and we have an understanding that everyone has gifts and talents and skills that they bring to it, and everybody is needed. Um, and that does come out. Resiliency emerges, support for one another and care for others emerges, respect and compassion and empathy emerges, and not just in small ways. The kids really do reach out to each other across differences and disagreements and hurt, to accompany each other through a healing process. Sometimes in small ways, sometimes in profound ways. The most difficult thing about the work is kids internalize messages from the environment or society. A story from a teacher summarizes it pretty well. She was teaching Spanish, and this is, an all-black school in Englewood, and we know that segregation is worse today than it was decades ago, in that more black students are going to schools that are vastly majority white. And they said, why would, and she's planning, a field trip to go to the cultural center, and it was canceled because they needed to do testing, and we're only focusing on testing and getting good scores for our community, or our school needs the resources, and if we test well, so there's a lot of pressure for that. But in preparing for the field trip, and just in general with Spanish class, one of the kids was like, why do we need to learn Spanish? Nobody cares about us. Why should we care about them? And they kind of get a message from, downtown or just kind of society at large that they're not cared about and they don't matter. And they're in a neighborhood that's struggling and not doing well, and they kind of internalize a low sense of self-worth. They get that message from a lot of different places. So to see them internalize it is the most difficult thing. On my first day at Robeson High School, the principal told me we don't have a problem with gang activity in the schools. We don't have a problem with fights. They happen, but they're not overwhelming us. Our kids are hopeless. They don't see a brighter future for themselves, and they don't see the use or worth of their education, so they're checked out. That's the hardest thing to see.